Well, still here at DEFRA and got with us the Minister who's sporting a very flashy accessory. We'll come to that in just a minute. And also with me, Simon, who's in charge of the Isle of Man Woodland Trust. And you've been chatting today, you've got all these maps here. You're talking with the Minister about getting more involved with taking over some of the land, is that right?
Yes, that's true. They kindly allowed us to manage a piece of land up at Sartfell, and we planted trees on that. And now we're getting big, and we want to expand a bit more and plant some more trees. We've been discussing today, looking at several other possible sites on the Isle of Man. One, for example, on this map here, which we might when we researched it, we'd be planting trees.
And why do you have to do this, and not the government then?
Oh, I think the more the merrier. You probably don't know that we've got very little area of trees on the Isle of Man. With the figures we quote, something like 44% in mainland Europe are covered by trees. The mainland UK is 12%, and we're 1.7%. We must do something about that.
So Mr. Gawne, is this due to cutbacks then you have to bring in the volunteers?
I think it's great that David Cameron talks about his big society. We've had this for several years in the Isle of Man, and it's really wonderful that the Isle of Man Woodland Trust has been so committed to planting trees in the island. I mean, we do have various tree planting schemes. We do engage in this process, but when you have volunteers coming to you asking can they do what the department really wants to do anyway, it's obviously a win-win combination.
It's a synergy or symbiosis, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised at those figures. I thought the Isle of Man had lots of trees, but there you go.
Oh, well,
you want more?
I guess if you look at a map, you can see that large areas. Well, we're very agricultural, and over the years we've used them up for originally for fuel and that sort of thing.
What's the cost of planting a tree?
Well, it depends where we get the trees from. Increasingly, we're growing trees from seed and from cuttings of our own trees, and so the cost of the trees is practically nil because, of course, we're volunteers, and so we don't charge any labour, of course. We have to get tubes in, probably 20 pence, bamboo 8 pence, and you put a tree on top. If you include our labour, they'd be 10 quid each. But if you don't include the labour, then they cost less than £1.
I mean, I remember going to a tree planting last year when you had all the school children, for instance, doing that sort of thing. This is more the same, is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same principle. I mean, we are quite keen to plant trees. I mean, obviously, amenity use is one thing, but also offsetting carbon emissions is another aspect to this. But, the Isle of Man will look better with a few more trees around. And I was talking earlier about my days as a farm assistant farm manager at Cregnesh, where we were putting sod hedges in, and there was this tremendous boost in grass growth where the hedge sheltered the grass from the searing salt winds. The same can happen if you get some good shelter from trees. So there may be a lot of good that can come out of this.
Before we finish, you better explain why you are flashing.
I was gifted this by the Isle of Man Woodland Trust, and it does seem appropriate to wear it.
Happy Christmas.
Same to you.
Indeed.